Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Gamer Chat podcast. This is episode 23, I believe, from back when we first started like 2 years ago. And obviously, you and I, Joe, we played a lot back in the day, but I'm just trying to make more of a structure to this podcast. And I'm going to make it, actually something to nail on that it's an episodic weekly thing. But yeah, this is the somewhat unhinged, somewhat unorganized, trying to organize it more properly podcast, your weekly gaming discussion podcast. And with me is my player number 2, my co-host, Joe. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, thank you, mate. Yeah. Really, really busy, and with just everything seems to be at full throttle at the moment, and that goes for the gaming news too at the moment. Xbox certainly are keeping us busy, hey. But yeah, really happy to be back. Can't wait to get into these juicy topics. I've got some spicy opinions. Let's go.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. But before we do that, we have a health is wealth segment. We're going to be starting off the shows from now on with, certain things, checking the mental health, checking if you go to the gym or even getting out for some exercise, like going for a walk, getting those 10,000 steps in every day. But yeah, no, I don't even, do you go to the gym that much?
I haven't been properly in ages. It's not good. I have been trying to get. In fact, actually, I had just started running again, and I walk all the time and stuff. I go on quite a lot of walks. But yeah, I hurt my foot recently. I don't know what happened. I think I was just wearing dodgy footwear and took for too much for too long. I've got these walking boots, and yeah, man, I thought I had gout. I thought it was good, and I had I get health anxiety as is. So it was a little bit of a moment that I had. But yeah, I'm all good. What about you? Do you lift, bro?
Yeah, I tend to go to the gym a lot. Like obviously when I got my tooth extracted, I took some time off, and before that, I had my foot surgery. So I was kind of inconsistent for a little bit there for the past month, but usually I go 5 times a week. I'm currently training for a High Rocks event, which I'm hoping to do in about 6 to 8 months time. And personally, I got new running shoes 2 weeks ago. Like they were on sale. They were like €200 down to like 90. So I was like, absolutely, I'll get these. And getting these shoes when I go for my runs is actually insane. How less strenuous like the back of my heels, because the way I run, like I kind of tend to plant my foot, and these feel so nice on my feet. Like so usually I get up around 4 p.m. Usually on a good day, and then kind of just make sure I have my hydration, water, my vitamins, then eat, and then I have work at 10 p.m. Go to work, finish work at 6 a.m. and then I'm in the gym by 7:30 a.m. after I've eaten something, and then work out, and then come home and go to sleep. That's usually the main thing for me. My days off would usually be a Thursday and a Sunday for my rest days. But yeah, that's what I usually do. Been eating a lot more unhealthier foods now, I must say, and I am feeling it a bit, but I've been cutting down on that now, especially for the High Rocks. Like I'm getting in roughly around 15 to 20,000 steps a day, especially with work, like walking around a lot. So with that, like I wish, like over here in Ireland at the moment, beautiful weather at the moment, so I'm not going to complain. The partner and I going to go out tomorrow for a nice walk, maybe get a drink. Don't know, we'll see.
Nice.
But yeah, no, like I do really tend to get into more of my healthier side lately. I used to be a sucker for drinking like 3 or 4 cans of Monsters a day, but my heart palpitations are like, it just skyrockets. The anxiety just skyrockets through the roof throughout the night. So I think I've probably had like 2 Monsters in the last like week and a half, as opposed to. So I have cut down drastically. And usually after I've had like my hydration and stuff like that, I'd say about 7 p.m. I'll have my coffee. I mean, that it sounds like a bad thing, but for me, that's my morning time. So
yeah. No, that's fine. I mean, like I try not to have any caffeine after like 2 o'clock nowadays, just because I can't. I remember giving up coffee. Actually, I'm pretty sure we did a podcast the week I gave up. I gave up caffeine. I tried to for like. Well,
I tried to.
well, I did. Well, I did give it up for like a certain amount of time, but then I was just like, yeah, okay, it's. I just wanted to know I could do it, but it's not a good feeling. It's definitely not a good feeling. No. But speaking of Ireland and the weather over there and stuff, it looks like I might be heading over to Ireland this year, mate. So
exciting.
For a little bit of a holiday, maybe over the summer. I want to go. The missus really wants to go somewhere called Dingle. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Dingle's a place. Yeah.
So she wants to go to Dingle. Where's that in relation to you?
It's like, see, Ireland is small enough, so if I could say like just like an hour or two drive. So I'll give you an exact estimate for me, and I'll let you know exactly. Okay, so it's a 2-hour drive basically. It's in Tralee, which is like on the very like southwest of Ireland. It's a nice place. I've been there a few times. So like, and obviously you'll probably be flying in from Shannon.
I'd be flying from. You mean?
Like you'd be flying into Shannon Airport.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, so, like there's so many good places. Dingle, then like obviously you got Galway, like then obviously the main capital Dublin, then Cork, like Limerick. These are all like few major parts where the main people go to visit. But Dingle's a nice place. I recommend it. It's in Kerry, I believe. But I think I've climbed a mountain down there. I'm not too sure.
Whereabouts are you? You're based near Limerick, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm based in the central of Limerick.
Okay, yeah.
So like it's a 2-hour drive from there. But yeah, no, we will definitely be meeting up in person to do that.
We'll be hiring a car. So we will be able to meet like closer.
Absolutely.
And
it won't be the, like we also plan on meeting up for hopefully a Xbox event that could be happening in London. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
That's something that we're going to plan on doing, and we'll be doing basically a live podcast of the Gamer Chat then with our live reactions and like anything that happens there. So we have exciting things coming to this weekly podcast. Obviously, once I am fully better, I'll be uploading more videos and stuff like that, like more reviews and like not even just new reviews, old reviews too. I have an insane backlog of games that I want to play. I have a good few of them installed, and we'll actually talk about it in the next part where we're just going to talk about balancing games and real life. I know that you've been pretty busy lately. Like
I really struggle with games. I've never played games so little than when I've worked in games.
Yeah, and that is so real. That's so real.
Yeah. The games I play mostly are games of partners that I work with.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get onto, I guess, games that we've been playing in a minute, but I've been playing like this tactical extraction shooter called Incursion Red River. It's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
It's by Games of Tomorrow, but it's basically like it started off as just this one guy. It was a uni project. Anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, man, I basically, and other than that, I play get a few games here and there with my mates, or the missus. Like on my games I've been playing. Like I had a game from 2017, an amazing game from 2017, but a game from 2017, it is pretty savage balancing it all out. Like sometimes by the end of the day, I've just been so immersed in games, and what's going on in the gaming industry, and who's distributing this, maybe publishing that type thing. And I'm just I get to it, I'm I just can't be bothered to start sinking some time into something. I kind of want to tune out for a minute.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, I know that you get that sometimes as well.
Yeah, obviously, my main thing is I like to deep dive and play games like one at a time usually. And because of the type of person I am, and usually the games that I enjoy are big, massive games like RPGs and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to balance all that plus gym, time with my partner, work, having a social life.
Yeah.
I mean, working night shifts anyway, you don't have a social life, so that's out the window. But like, say for instance, now tonight I'm watching The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Got my partner to agree to that.
One.
Yeah.
I need to ask you one thing, and I'm pretty sure everyone listening to this will be thinking that extended edition.
Okay. Yes, for this one and for Return of the King, yes. The first one, no.
Fair enough. You just wanted to get her settled into it, right?
Yeah, and she doesn't like it at all, but like it's hilarious. Like she doesn't like high fantasy, she doesn't like sci-fi, she doesn't like anything like that. Like she just called it white culture. And I was just like, huh?
White culture.
I still don't understand what she means by that, but I'm like, okay, cool. But she has agreed to watch the rest of it, and she'll never have to watch them again. She just has to experience peak movies at least once in her life.
I really like that white culture. That's absolutely hilarious. I'm going to use that more in conversation. That's funny.
Yeah, like I laughed when she said it, but like it's
that's pretty funny.
But like no, we'll watch that this week. Next week, then we'll probably watch The Return of the King, and then that's the last of that. But let's talk about the games we've been playing. Joe, I see there that it's been showing me that you've been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. So, to be honest with you, it's not like I went back and just started playing this. The missus was playing it, and she's like doing a 100% playthrough.
Goddamn.
So she's like doing all the shrines and everything like that, and like she just struggles sometimes with some of the timings and stuff on the puzzles and stuff. So I've been helping out with that. So we've sort of been playing it together, and that's the sort of like one I've been doing sort of like in the evening, and I played a little bit today. This week. The other one I've been playing is a game called Incursion Red River. My games are tomorrow. And that is because that is also kind of a homework assignment, if you like. But you definitely should check out this game. I think it came out in like 24 or something, like maybe this time a couple of years ago, and the guy was just a uni project. It's sort of in the sort of Tarkov realm. But it's PvE, and there's some exciting things potentially coming to this game. From in terms of like their roadmap and stuff. I'm not saying anything out of NDA here, but like no, they've got it's a great game, and I look forward to what they've got cooking next in it. To be fair, you should give it a go if you like this sort of game. Do you enjoy playing like this sort of like extraction shooters and stuff?
Well,
I suppose you probably do.
I play Marathon, but bear in mind I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played it since the mid-season update because I've just been consumed by single-player games, and like as we'll get to here now in what I'm playing, basically there's games where I haven't actually put down on the list that I've been playing, but I have installed them. So, for instance, I'll talk about the games that I've installed that I'm going to be playing through, and then I'll talk about what I've actually been playing. So I looked at my, I was just looking through the PlayStation sale. I was like, you know what? I'm going to play through the Capcom games. I appreciate them even more now. I still have to finish Pragmata. I have like an hour left in that game, but I've just been too busy. So I've been playing Monster Hunter. Well, I've installed Monster Hunter Stories and Monster Hunter Stories 2. So I have.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
I will eventually be getting through those games. I will eventually be getting through those games in my own time, of course. But I want to finish Pragmata first because I, as I said in the previous episode, Capcom are probably my favorite developers at the time for the time being. And I'm going to try and see if I can, like, this is a bold prediction, but like, I want to try and see if I can become a Capcom content creator or like a partner in the next year or two. So I really appreciate their games, and I want to see I'm going to start reviewing all of the recent Capcom installments. Like that means I'll go back to Dragon's Dogma 2, all the Monster
Nice.
Hunters. I've never played Dogma 2, so there's that. There is another game I installed as well. Well, I also installed the Metro games, but that's something I'll come back to at some point as well.
Do you know Dragon's Dogma 2 is on sale at the moment on Steam, 58% off.
Oh goddamn! I'll probably want to.
You'll probably be able to get it off. Yeah, there you are. It's 65% off on Fanatical at the moment.
Oh. How bad? How bad? And then and then the actual game I have been playing is Tomodachi Life, the demo. So I've been seeing people play this Nintendo Switch game, and I've seen that it is uncensored, so people are just like, you can type in whatever you want and like the game will say, your character will say some heinous stuff. But so I met my partner, I met her in the game, and then I added myself. And you can have in the demo, you can have up to 3 characters, but we just met the 2 of us, and it's actually really in depth when you like try to expand the amount of characters you can have. So basically, once I met her first, and then I added myself. Yeah. You then, like, when I went to it, it's like, oh, this is the partner of, this is the child of, this is the parent of, this is the grandfather, all this, like, goes into depth. And like, the game is pretty fun. Like, it's a game that we've started to play together. So I play it on the handheld and Switch, and she's been enjoying it. And it's nice because she doesn't really enjoy games that much. So playing that is a win. But other than that, like, my entire weekend is devoted to Capcom games. Tomodachi Life is pretty decent, like, from what I played. So I am going to purchase the game because the demo has sold me on it. So I am looking forward to playing that as well. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. I obviously, I've had a busy week, and I wish I played more games. Like, for instance, when I finished work 2 days ago, I sat down to play the Capcom Monster Hunter Stories game, and I literally watched the opening, and I'm like, nah, I'm too tired, bro. I'm too tired. I can't start this game right now. And then I immediately just went straight to bed, and then, But yeah, no, will we get into topics of discussion for the week? Because if I was to go by anything, Xbox knew that we were covering them a lot lately, and they were like, "Here, let's have some more information."
Yeah, I'm sure they did. They've just, honestly, I swear, for like the last couple months, it's just been non-stop for Xbox, for better for worse. Like
I can only think of one bad thing that they've announced in the past few weeks, and we'll start off with that was our first thing before we deep dive into the big, massive statement that Arsha put out. So we'll just say that Jason Schreier over in Bloomberg announced that Xbox has canceled dozens of projects in the last 3 years, and Game Pass has been divisive, raising questions and about the impact on software revenue across game studios. So I'm very curious to know what type of games that they've cancelled.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
because I don't want it to come out where, because it's been 3 years, I don't want to find out that they've cancelled a Blinks the Time Sweeper fucking new game or a new Banjo-Kazooie, because that type of thing would disappoint me a bit. Because I don't know about you, Joe, but my heart will be forever broken that we never got Scalebound. Okay, that still hurts me to this day.
I know that. Yeah, that's fair.
But to be fair, it was a game we knew about. But how do you feel about Xbox canceling games? I suppose it's not really a big deal because there were probably games we didn't know about. But
in truth, well, they've cancelled loads that we did know about. To be fair, let's be fair. Like,
true.
What's that one by Avalanche that's in the news earlier? Anyway, the news later. I can't remember. Contraband. They cancelled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they cancelled. I mean, they've cancelled loads of them. What was the loads of those games that showed up on that first 2020 Xbox Game Showcase, they cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. But I listen. It does upset me if it's a game I want to play, but at the same time, it's one of those things. There's no point buying over spilled milk. It's completely not. Going back to the whole sort of the wellness check-in. One of the things that I do positive is things I try and move on very, very quickly when it's things that I have zero control. Because it's you have stuff that's in your sphere of influence, and that certainly is not in my sphere of influence.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about you? What do you think about it?
I feel like as we're aware, they're bigger than they've ever been, and it really depends on what companies were making the games. So as for instance, in this thing, we could obviously know about even certain studios that were closed down, or they also put into factor with the games that were quote unquote planned and cancelled. But for me, that's okay as long as the studios that were making the game are still open and have changed their minds. But yeah, and then I'm pretty sure it was the day or two. Was it a day or two after we recorded the podcast? Xbox decided to put out the big, massive statement.
Yeah. Oh, you mean? I think it was on Thursday, wasn't it?
Was it Thursday?
You mean the big Asher Sharma?
Yeah.
Yeah, the We Are Xbox, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I'm pretty sure that was Thursday. Maybe it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
But either way, it's created quite the stir, hasn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely has. And let me just start off by saying this, because as you're aware, I have been pretty down on Xbox, but this Xbox as of late, it's trying to pull me back in, and it's kind of working. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of working.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I'm a little bit not quite as pulled back in, but my interest has been piqued.
Yeah, obviously, I'm keeping a tab, and I'm not fully sold where I'm gonna go get Project Helix. I'm not like that. Something drastically needs to change in order for me to do that. But let's just go through what the statement they put out. So this is what they said. Dear team, Xbox has always been different. We started with a simple idea. Games should bring people together through shared experiences that led to the first Xbox in 2001, Xbox Live in 2002, and new ways to connect from friends lists and achievements to party and play across devices. Today, Xbox overall has 500 million players around the world, and with some of the most important franchises in entertainment. From the beginning, Xbox has built by people willing to try things that others wouldn't. We place a consumer's bet inside an enterprise company because we believe gaming would define the living room, and we were at risk of missing out. That's the spirit that carried us for the last 25 years, and it is required to carry us forward. We have work to do. Players are frustrated. A new feature drops on console that has been less frequent. Our presence on PC isn't strong enough. Prices is getting harder for people to keep up with, and the core experience like search, discovery, social, and personalization still feel too fragmented. Developers and publishers are asking for more. 2. Better tools, better insights, and a platform that helps them grow faster. At the same time, a new generation of players is coming online with different expectations. Their time is split across games, media, and everything else competing for their attention. They expect more content in familiar places to shape the worlds that they play in, and to create and socialize together, not just play together. These changes are happening as the industry reshapes around us. Console renames large and stable. Windows now represents more players than more hours, and increasingly where competition is more intense. Players have access to more games than ever, even at the cost of the time to build blockbuster titles continue to rise, putting pressure on what gets made and how the risks are taken. Some of the biggest recent hits are coming from small teams or even single creators, and the places like Roblox are producing experiences that rival major franchises in scale. More players are choosing subscriptions and services as their primary way to play. With expectations set around instant access, ongoing value, and libraries that evolve constantly, the industry is becoming global and competitive. More than half of the market's revenue, players, and growth are happening outside of our core markets. But the rest of the world is not just a large market. Developers there are increasingly competing with the established Western studios, combining scale, speed, and willingness to reinvent genres many once considered mature. The model that got us here won't be what takes us forward. Xbox will be where the world plays. Does Xbox become, or what does Xbox become in this new era? Xbox will be where the world plays and creates. We will build a global platform that connects players and creates everywhere. Console is where the foundation, at the foundation, delivering a premium experience and a cloud that brings experience to any device you can play where you want. And your game's progress, friends, and identity stay across console, PC, and mobile, and cloud. Xbox will build to be affordable, personal, and open. We will offer flexible pricing so it is easy to start and keep playing. The experience will adapt to you, letting you customize how you play, helping you find what you love and connecting with the right people. And will be open to all creators and from individuals to the largest studios, giving one or anyone the tools to reach the global audience and keep their games growing over time. Our new North Star will be daily active players. We will execute through the 4 priorities: hardware, content, experience, and services. And then they go on to say that the hardware, they plan on stabilizing the Gen 9 as a healthy, high quality base, deliver Project Helix to lead a performance that will play on your console and PC games, lead in comfortable personal accessories, build a strong ecosystem that builds choice and reach. And then they talk about content, grow and extend an enduring portfolio of franchises players love, evolve our 3P partnership and strength our 5-year slate. When I first started 3P, I was like, "What's that mean?" Third party. Yeah. I thought they would actually have the third party thing.
Yeah.
A big one here, which is expand in China, emerging markets, and mobile audiences. Maintain growth in live games and long-term stewardship. Evaluate creator-centric platforms like Minecraft, Elder Scrolls, and Sea of Thieves. The experience. Fix the fundamentals for players and partners. Make Xbox the best place for developers to create and build and grow. Overhaul discovery, customization, social, and personalization to connect to the community. Services. Fortify Game Pass with clear differentiation and sustainable economics. Return to business to durable growth with strong cost discipline. Make the cloud feel native, fast, and reliable across TV and low-cost devices. Use the M&A reliability to accelerate growth where organic paths are too slow. Along the way, we will reevaluate our approach to exclusivity, windowing, and AI. And we will share more as we learn and decide. We are Xbox. To achieve our master plan, the way we work must transform. Our best work happens when the full stack moves together. Microsoft Gaming describes our structure, but it does not describe our ambition. So we are going back to where it all started and changing our team's name. We are Xbox. So I'll just leave it there, okay?
Yeah.
Because they're getting rid of Xbox Gaming, or Microsoft Gaming, basically, and just
thank God.
And that was the one thing that you and I discussed a lot back in the day, where it was just, oh, like Xbox is going to just disappear now. It's just not. It's just, and here we are, everything going back to the way it was, Xbox. And one thing I want to discuss with you, because it is something that I don't think they can go back to too much, and that is exclusivity. Yeah. What is your thoughts on this? Do you think they will go back to exclusivity, or do you think it'll be more so timed exclusivity?
Listen, I have no idea really. I think they will go back to so I actually answered a thing on X about this earlier. I think was it Jez Corden posted a thing of what he thinks. And I basically, he said, let's predict, will Xbox return to exclusive games? And the answers he gave are yes, all games will be. Yes, some and mostly timed. Yes, but few and all timed. No, Xbox is multi-plat now. I mean, there is one that maybe fits, but I said I've commented all single player games will be exclusive. Multiplayer online service games, multi-plat, licensed IP will be timed exclusive. And I will die on that hill. I don't think that, put it this way, I think that's what they have to do. Obviously, there's. It's interesting you should that this sort of came out, and I remember messaging you a couple of days ago, because honestly, this is kind of validated a lot of the things that I said in the last couple of episodes, and then over on like social media for the last couple of times, because they are obviously with, and I'm paraphrasing different parts, but with things like social, addressing the time split, directly mentioning Roblox, which I directly mentioned, if you remember.
I do.
A focus of, obviously, and I know what the focus is. It's on China and Korea. China's absolutely huge now. So I can tell you that about 30% of your game sales should be in China, and I'm willing to bet Microsoft don't have that for their titles, or Xbox, I should say now. The focus to daily active players, I don't know if you remember me saying, but they need to find a way to keep people turning on that Xbox. Like, you know, like what you have on service games, where you have like your dailies and things like that.
Yeah.
There needs to be some kind of gamified inside bit to the Xbox.
Yeah, there needs to be
an ecosystem, like
a player retention system. Yeah,
a player retention system, but also a community place. Like if you about Steam, it's got like a whole community platform element to it, and they need something. And this is another thing I believe, though. If you're going to do something that someone else is doing, improve on it as well. Do it, but do it better.
And that also leads to one of the statements that Arsha says, where they plan on making the Game Pass subscriptions more clear and
that's another thing we both spoke about. And like, I mean, I gave kind of like an example, and then I saw somewhere, and it was like literally like, I don't know if it was like someone speculating, but it's like or maybe if it was like a leak or something, but it's like multiplayer tiers of stuff for within Game Pass, so you could get, and it had Warcraft on there, and I'm just thinking
that's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said.
Exactly what I said. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a leak or something. I can't remember where I saw it. It was like.
Yeah, I
remember pointing it out to you.
Yeah, I'll try and see if I can find it, the exact source there.
Yeah, and but yeah, like and having an experience and connecting to the community, like reevaluating the whole exclusivity thing. That's just them trying to buy time, right? But I have been told Matt Booty gets it, and I know that there's a lot of people inside Microsoft who know and understand that they kind of need exclusives, at least on console, especially if other people aren't giving you theirs. Like you're irrelevant otherwise. You may as well stop building the box and just have everything exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and save yourself a fucking ton of margin.
Yeah.
And then just have be a third-party application on devices and stuff, like Steam is, I guess. Although they have their own devices now, but they absolutely have to do. I also came up with another cool theory, and I want you to think. So like the equation for starting for a fire is oxygen, fuel, and like heat or ignition source, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that with a platform, right? And it's like, so to have a successful console platform, you need exclusive games, features, and exclusive games and third-party content. I'll put the two together, but it's one of those things that if you remove one, the fire goes. And it's like, if you remove one for long enough, the platform will die.
Absolutely.
So you've got exclusive games and third-party games, whatever, and third-party support. You've got features and features and things that people want, and then community. A community element, a reason for people to keep turning it on.
Yeah.
And it's basically like, actually, no, I think it was actually no. So when I did it, hang on, I found it. Okay, yeah, no. So it is exclusive games, third-party developer support, and platform features that people want. You take away one of those, and you are not going to get it, and you are not going, and your party is going to die, basically, or your platform will die and not be successful. And it's pretty simple. That was it. It was because it was some guy who was like I swear he was AI. Do you remember me?
Oh, yes.
This guy on X.
Was this the guy talking about the app? Was it apples? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was just he was like some Valve like fanboy, basically.
Yeah.
He was like banging on about Valve. I was like, mate, I literally distribute Steam keys. I know what the fuck Valve is, so shut the fuck up. Like, but I didn't say. I wasn't. I was kind of.
But you were thinking
it. Are you an idiot?
Yeah.
He was like, "Are you an idiot?" And I was like, "That." I was like, "Oh, he's really got me, wound me up." But I was like, "I'll just stay cool. Like, don't rise to it." Like, anyway. And then after that, he started like banging on about, oh, but Epic does this. I was like, yeah, but this is a conversation about Xbox. What are you on about? Because he was basically trying to say that Valve don't have exclusives. It's like, yes, they do. And it's not just exclusive games that are Valve developed. Like they have loads of exclusive content and features, early access. I know technically Xbox has game preview and stuff, but developers never use the game program, really. Like, it's so rare. Whereas like there's like a very, very large amount of games that are really well supported by both developers and gamers and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's encouraging because she's highlighted everything that we know needs to change, basically.
Absolutely,
and with Xbox, so they know all of it needs to be fixed. It's just how far they're willing to go, or what steps they make in order to make us stick around for longer. Because I'll tell you something, I'll always buy. I don't whether or not I buy a Project Helix, but I will certainly, if they're looking to lower the barrier entries, that to me suggests that they're going to have some kind of more
lower SKU model.
Yeah, they're going to have some kind of SKU, which is maybe streaming focused or something like that. Obviously, they've got the whole Xbox and TV streamed onto TV things.
Yeah,
and I've got it. I've got the app on my Fire Stick or something, and it is actually not too bad.
Yeah,
it isn't too bad. It's not ideal, but it needs. But they've got a lot. If they fix everything they've said they're going to fix, then I'm interested. But I do think that exclusives is a complete non-negotiable for them. They need to have first-party single-player exclusives. Like Elder Scrolls is of the same ilk in terms of will pull gamers to your platform, especially early on, as Spider-Man. So yeah. Sorry, I've been talking now for so long. So you go.
No, you know I love listening to you talk, but I like because I have things I want to say too, which are leading to this. So, you said previously about a multiplayer tier, correct? as we're aware, Xbox Game Pass has been announced. They've revealed a starter edition tier. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to name out the list of games that are on this tier list. And then I'm going to go into a bit of a thing now. So here, these are the games that come with the starter edition tier of the Game Pass. Among Us, Astroneer, Batman Arkham Knight, Celestial, Chivalry 2, Cities Skylines Remastered, Control, Crash Team Racing, DayZ, Dead Cells, Deep Rock Galactic, Descenders, Dishonored 2, Disney Dreamlight Valley, Doom 64, Doom Eternal, Fable, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Firewatch, Gang Beasts, Gears 5, Golf with Friends, Grounded, Hades, Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Human Fall Flat, Inside, Limbo, Medieval Dynasty, Monster Sanctuary, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Payday 2, Power Wash Simulator, Psychonauts, Psychonauts 2, Retro Classics, Slay the Spire, SnowRunner, Spiritfarer, Stardew Valley, State of Decay 2, Stellaris, Superhot, Superliminal, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, The Elder Scrolls Online, Totally Reliable Delivery Service, Tunic, Unpacking, Vampire Survivors, Warhammer 40k Darktide, Warhammer Vermintide 2, World War Z, Wreckfest. These are all the games in this tiers, okay? So let's just go over this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 games here that are Xbox exclusive, quote unquote. Well, they're not really exclusive because some of them are on the other console also. But this is just the starter edition, okay? I fully believe that there will be a multiplayer edition. And this is something that I wonder what's going to happen. Obviously, Forza Horizon from now on is no longer considered a single-player game. So that will always be multi-platform now.
Yeah, I think so. And to be fair, I can make the argument for it. At the very least, I can make. It's one of those things whereby they should have a multiplayer version of it that is always multi-platform.
Well, like that game is just it's just tied into it, so it's always going to be that. So that game I can see always being a third-party game.
Yeah.
As people probably aren't aware over on the PlayStation side, when you download Halo are 2 packages, so they're 2 different apps. So one is multiplayer and one is the single player. And there is the sake of I guess can I bring it up now? This is a news article I'm gonna bring up here now because it's later on the thing and I should have moved it. And it says that the Halo Studios is reportedly ditching the Battle Royale for an extraction shooter tier that they're planning on making. So for those that aren't aware, there was a Battle Royale that was supposed to come out 3 years ago and for some reason still hasn't come out. So I assume the reason why is because they've scrapped that and they're now going to an extraction shooter way. That game is probably going to be multi-platform, and it's not going to sell well. I can tell you that for a fact. Halo is not an extraction shooter type of game. It never should be. I don't know why this is a thing. Heck, it shouldn't even have been a battle royale. It should have just been a big team battle game. And as you said, if there was a community, with the Forge, these are all things that could have been made within it and let the community do their thing. So this is just wasted development resources that is, absolutely just wasting everybody's time. But with the multiplayer aspect, it's really hard to see what, like as you said, like bringing Elder Scrolls 6 to an exclusivity, like you're going to have to make it a certain way where, is that game too big that it's not going to be on Game Pass, or is it going to be on Game Pass? You know, like, are we going to go down the route of now only some games, like all our main triple A budget games that we've spent hundreds of millions of dollars on, are no longer going to be in Game Pass day one, but they will arrive a year later?
Yeah, look, I think that there's a premium tier or something, right? And you listen, you've just got to have the day one tier, and maybe that day one tier is more than $30, right? And rightly so, to be fair. And if that's someone who wants to play day one games every single time, then it's worth the money, right? But if you are, but for those people who don't want to pay that amount of money to play the day one games, then
pay the 60 or 70 quid.
Yeah. But you just, there's a way to keep the price down generally and have better value.
I mean, and we know that as well, like, because with Call of Duty being removed from Game Pass, that is €7 or £7 each month. And I mean, technically, when you put that into consideration, like it's like 7 by 12, it's like €84. That's essentially Call of Duty for the year, basically. So you can see why it makes sense that they reduce that price. But
agreed. And you know what? You've got to think, right? Xbox gamers, and listen, I love Game Pass. I think it's been the best deal in gaming for a very long time.
Yeah.
Even when when the price went up, and I think it's come down now. Has it officially come down?
Yeah, I think so. Xbox Game Pass.
Anyway, like the point being is that it's still amazing, but like Xbox gamers, you cannot have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, it's €21 now.
There's got to be a trade-off. Like, I'll tell you this, like, I won't name names, but some developers have told me that they don't even want to bother bringing their games to Xbox if they don't have a Game Pass deal, because it's just not going to sell.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with that. But
I know, and I get it, but it's a concern, right?
Well, that's mainly because remember back when, what was it? Was it the Outriders or Outriders? The People Can Fly. They were one of the first Game Pass day one games.
Yes, I do remember it. Yeah,
and like
it was that by Square.
It was published by Square, but is it People That Can Fly or something like that? They were the team that made it.
Yeah, People Can Fly. Yeah.
Yeah, and like back then, it seemed to be more novel, but like as like Arsha said in her statement, like games are being made for much cheaper, quote unquote. Like the indie games, for instance, they're like just some people are making that game for barely anything, and look at the return on investment and things like that. With all that being said, there's something I want to bring up, which I'm going to say right now. I'm wearing my tinfoil hat, so clip me if you want. I don't care. There is one major downside to the new format of this Xbox going forward, this new brand. I honestly feel like with the retention of keeping players will affect the games drastically. Like we're going to see a lot more games have a more of an MMO daily login type of thing, that microtransactions type of thing that will not really go well with it. Like that, I just feel like we're gonna get to a point. I think Fallout 76 does it, where you get login bonuses. No? Or am I incorrect?
Yeah, I think so. You get I think Elder Scrolls Online does it as well. You get a bonus for like a buff when you log in for like the first hour or something.
Yeah, so like these type of things that will be more prevalent in these type of games, depending on what type of games they make, being honest with you. What I can see happening is, so right now Game Pass Ultimate, it shows on their website lower price, so it's €21 a month. Okay. So say for instance they keep exclusivity, they bring that price up by €5, so it's like maybe 25, €26 a month, and have day one games in it, and also have it as exclusivity. Like you can see something happening then, like you can see a much more enticing thing. But bear in mind, the most important thing out of all of this is the games actually have to be quality games in order for me to even want to be in the service to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, to be fair, even when it was £22 or whatever it is, or $30, whatever it was, to be fair, it's just for direct debit. I stopped paying attention to it going on my account, but because it's one of those things whereby it is how do I phrase this? It's all. I feel it's always had enough quality. That's my honest answers. Do I feel to justify the value of the service? But do I feel that Xbox's games have their first party have been of a high enough quality to run up against the juggernauts coming out of the team in blue over in PlayStation? No, is a simple answer. I feel, for me, I feel like it's a few things, right? They're going to have to strip back studios. There is a lot of like I think the same thing about local authorities in Britain, right? There are a lot of there's a lot of layers in the middle between management and people actually doing the work, and a lot of some of them do work, but overall it's just conflated. And AAA studios with 300 plus people in the studio is too many. It's too many.
Yeah.
So it makes you, unless it means it's a lot of different parts to talk to a lot of different parts, right? So it makes it more complicated in that instance. It also means that there's a lot of people and a lot of salaries, and those people based in the West, those are high salaries. Like I'm looking at doing some stuff, and like I can tell you this, right? It'd be very, very difficult to afford to pay a studio in the UK to do things, or to do things with UK studios, because they are very expensive. And okay, rightly so, but it's one of those things whereby if you're creating games and stuff like that, everyone needs to be working. If everyone, you need to be efficient. And having too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak, is not an effective way to run the studio. You've also got to think that they've got to. I actually, going back to what you said, actually, I kind of agree that we're going to see more of these ways of making money. If you see comeback, like you mentioned microtransactions and stuff like that. I don't necessarily think it'll be those, but I do think we'll see something. And I don't know what it is yet, but I think you were bang on the money in saying that.
But yeah, but even let's just talk about the games that are coming to Game Pass this month, shall we? To move into the next segue, since we're talking about the tiers. So it's actually a big month for Game Pass. One of the most highly anticipated games is releases in just under 2 weeks. So these are the top the 10 games coming to Xbox Game Pass in May. So we've got the Final Fantasy V, we've got Mixtape, we've got Call of the Elder Gods, and the big one, May 12th, is Forza Horizon 6. That is completely different. I think it's actually released as May 18th, but it is a 5-day early. If you get the Ultimate Premium Edition, you get which, bear in mind, I think over 500,000 people have pre-ordered that on Steam, which is crazy. But Forza Horizon 6, that is big. Then we've got Bistro, Then we've got Luna Abyss, Echo Generation, Crash Out Crew, RV There Yet, and Subnautica. But the big game there, obviously, being Forza Horizon, first-party studio game. It's huge. I really wish this game was coming out on PlayStation Day 1 as well, because this game would have absolutely sold. It's still going to sell a lot because, as we were made aware, 5 million copies sold on PlayStation alone. At I think it's like a €60 price point, massive, So that's anything. Like, is there any of those games there that you might play, or are you just too busy? You're too busy.
No,
Like myself.
I definitely play RV There Yet.
Yeah,
I've seen it loads of times on Steam, and
one of those friend slaps. Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
I will play Forza Horizon 6. Definitely, I definitely will play it. The thing is, it's just I'll have my time with it. It'll probably be about 10 hours, maybe 15, and I'll probably just then never touch it again. Call of the Elder Gods sounds interesting. I can't. Hang on, I'm just gonna quickly whack that up on Steam a second. On Steam. Gods.
Yeah, but
no, I won't play that game.
No, that's no problem. But I genuinely feel like I'm going to buy a month of Game Pass just to play Forza. Like, I'll play it on PC, But I'm going to put in 2 news segments that broke today, and I'm going to put it in here because I think they're big news. So the first one is EA UFC 6 is set to release on June 19th, 2026. The game is going to have 2 editions. There are going to be 2 athletes. I think one of them is going to be Alex Pereira, and I don't know who the other one is. I think it might be like one of the other champions that is currently they always do like a double edition, and like the champions edition is like the main one, but there's that game that's June 19th. And we got a new Sega announcement, which was Alien Isolation 2. We have a teaser trailer for that, so that game should set to be announced in the upcoming few weeks, I believe.
What did you think of the first one? Because like I remember everyone banged on about that, and I
never played it.
I was like, okay.
But it is a game I will plan to review and give it my time. Like, I always heard it was like a critical darling or something like that, because apparently when it first came out, it wasn't well received. But like, people were like, "Oh wait, it's actually pretty good." Like, people were playing it a different way to what it was actually supposed to be played, if that makes any sense. And like, once you realize that's the way you kind of play it, they or that. And apparently the AI, like the alien AI, is insane. So I am looking forward to giving it a go myself. It's one of those games where I plan to sit in a dark room with my headphones on and shit myself while playing it. That's the type of game that
wear your pads.
Yeah.
Wear your incontinence pads, yeah.
An extra pair of shorts, shall we say. And
pair of shorts, yeah.
But like, there are 2 new announcements that released today. So that's always nice when we get some news on a Sunday, which is really rare. We usually get our news the day after when we post. So, but we're coming up on a big summer for gaming, and especially with some of the rumors that I've heard. I won't get into too much now, but if you've seen what I posted on Twitter a day or 2 ago, and with some of the news that are releasing today, all I'm gonna say is I told you so. But that with some game remasters that are coming along, and
that's another topic.
Yeah, but I'll quickly tease it when we get to that segment. But we have a few more to go. Let's talk about Avalanche Studios now, the Just Cause devs. They are hiring for multiple developers for an unannounced AAA open world game featured fluid traversal and interactive combat. Avalanche Studios is using an in-house engine, the Apex engine, for this title. Joe, is this Just Cause 5?
I hope so. I'd love the new Just Cause. I don't know, to be honest with you.
I'm not asking as if you know, but you know what I mean.
No. But like I say, sometimes you just have a feeling. I hope so. I actually don't think it will be.
No. You think this will be completely different?
No, well, no. To be honest with you, the honest answer is I have no fucking idea. But something just tells me that it's not, and I don't have any kind of evidence to back it up at all.
Well, I mean, as we'll get into in like the next segment, like new IP is a good thing. Like, bear in mind, would I like a new Just Cause? Absolutely. Would I like an amazing new like thing where the physics engine is great and like get to have fun? Like, I remember in Just Cause where you used to ride rockets or like grapple hook all the airplanes, you know, all these things. Like, but if it's a new IP and it's cool, absolutely. And as like we know from new IP, like for instance, Pragmata, which is a brand new IP that was revealed 5 years ago, has sold over 1 million copies in 2 days. That's massive for a Capcom game, especially a brand new IP Capcom game, because we don't really get many new Capcom IPs anymore, you know? Like if you think of all the previous games like Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, then you've got Onimusha, there's previous Onimusha games, that you know, there's Mega Man, hundreds of games of those, you know. There's so many Devil May Cry, like so seeing Pragmata hit 1 million copies in 2 days, it's fantastic. And they're on an absolute high because Resident Evil 9 has reached 7 million copies. So it's the fastest in the series to hit that point. So Capcom are on an absolute high, and it's nothing short of well deserved. And I don't know, like, do you play many Capcom games at all?
No, mate, not really. I mean, the most I play is Resi.
Oh, and bear in mind, don't forget Dragon's Dogma. How can I forget?
Yeah, well, Dragon's Dogma. I just bought us both copies.
Yeah.
But like, no, Dragon's Dogma is great, but like, it's I don't play that many Capcom games. Well, I suppose I played Monster Hunter for a little while, but it's not really. I haven't. I've only played like 1 or 2 of their IP. Like
that's fair. Have you played Resident Evil or anything like that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking scared the shit out of me. I played that for the nostalgia. To be fair, I played 2 and because those games were incroyable, but also terrifying. Like Resident Evil was like one of the first games I ever played. I remember playing it at my friend's house and like coming back and my mum was like, "Why have you played that?" It's fantastic, Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, that's
and on the GameCube, Resident Evil 4. So yeah, replaying those again, fantastic. Hang on a moment, was Dead Rising Capcom?
I believe so.
I used to love that IP as well. Like, I mean,
yeah, it is. Yeah, which means I'm gonna have to go play that again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember I accidentally bought, which was a Dead Rising 3 that was exclusive on Xbox One.
Yeah, Dead Rising 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I accidentally bought that exclusive on Xbox once. Didn't intentionally mean to buy it, but I bought it. I was like, all right, so I'll play through it. But yeah, no, let's go on.
That game's good. I mean, to be fair, I would like to see a little bit more done with that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll keep going.
Well, with all that being said, let's go on to some PlayStation news. PlayStation have been kind of quiet as of late. They are planning on making some big announcements soon. We're going to be seeing some more of Wolverine in the upcoming months. That game is scheduled to release in September, so something big is going to happen with that. If I'm a part of the creative team, like, this is completely off the news topic, but because, you know, ADHD is riddled inside me, I have to talk about it. Where we better be getting a Wolverine edition of the PS5 Pro, because if you're releasing a Wolverine game and you have the 3 stripes on the side of that, like, you're going to want to have like a yellow themed PS5 Pro, even if it's either the Pro or the Pro covers, you know.
Let me tell you why I think that's going to be a challenge. I think, don't get me wrong, I'd love it, but it's licensing. Licensing could make that an issue.
Oh, well, speaking of licensing, let's just talk about how Sony's Insomniac, who are basically the Marvel studio anyway, so, you know, let's talk about one of their upcoming Marvel games. Apparently Venom was cancelled but now it's not. So, according to one of the voice actor of Miles Morales, said that the game was cancelled due to the death of Tony Todd, who is the voice actor for Venom. And then, like, this led to a lot of speculation where people were mad for like an hour or two online. And then Jason Schreier over on Bloomberg said that that was false, and the game's actually still in active development. They just plan on getting Wolverine out first. So the game lives, I guess.
Which is sick, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, that, don't get me wrong, like, it's the sort of game, the films I'm not that big on, but like it would make a fantastic game.
Absolutely, and like spoilers alert for anyone who hasn't played Spider-Man 2, like there is a Venom segment in the game. Like we know that that's one of the characters. Yep. I mean, it's not even a spoiler. Like the collector's edition has a feckin' the Venom thing. So, but I'm happy to see that game is in development. That like originally it was supposed to be a DLC. That was the original plan. It was supposed to be a DLC for Spider-Man 2, but then they decided to plan make it into its own standalone game. And obviously, as we're actually aware, I'm not sure if you're aware, so I might as well say it. We're aware that Insomniac is literally just a Marvel Studios game. So after we have Wolverine, we've got Venom, and after Venom, we've got Spider-Man 3, and after Spider-Man 3, we've got the X-Men game. So there is like it's just Marvel IP for them for the foreseeable future. But it's good to see that game's up. I'll probably go back to Spider-Man 2 at some point and play through it, because I need to reevaluate what my opinion of that game is, because I'm still pretty down on that game. But a game that's coming out very soon and has got its Metacritic and open Metacritic scores is Saros, Housemarque's new game. It has an 89 on Metacritic and an open critic of 91. This game is set to release in the next 3 or 4 days, and people are very excited for it. It is the second most pre-ordered game on PlayStation at the moment, but we'll talk about what the number one game is in a few minutes. But I'm excited for it. I'm not going to get it straight away because I just plan. I know what the game is going to be like. It's going to be like Returnal, but just a bit better. It's a game I'll come to at a certain point in time. Right now, I'm just too overloaded with games, and like I don't see it's for me. It's not a game where it's like a must play. Like Housemarque make fantastic bullet hell arcade type of games, and this is no different. So I will get to it at some point. Apparently, the platinum trophy is easier to get than Returnal. Like I remember, I got like a bug when I played Returnal where I couldn't get one or two of the trophies, so I have to restart the game and play through it again. So I'll probably play through that again before I play through that. So, but yeah, it looks like it is going to be up there for Game of the Year nominations as it stands. But yeah, what's your thoughts on Saros? I don't think that's your type of game. Very fast paced, like bullet hell.
To be fair, it does look good, actually. I will say this. Mind you, I thought that oh god, what's the other one they did?
Returnal.
Returnal, yeah, I thought that looked really good as well. I never played it, but it did look. It was very, very like pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the colors and the how vibrant it was, and also dark at the same time. This game does look sick, Saros. And you know what? I'm actually like side note, like it's really awesome to see like a Sony studio pumping out a banger this year, because like they have been pretty light on the ground. But I do think that it's great to see. I might pick this up, you know.
Really?
Yeah. I will pick it up. I'm not going to do the platinum because I'm not. Well, I don't really care. I don't have that level of going in and platinuming things. To be fair, so but I will definitely play it. I'll give it a go.
Absolutely.
But the review scores. I mean, the review scores. Returnal was nowhere near. I mean, it reviewed well, but not that well. If I remember, what was Returnal reviewed?
I think it was like mid 80s to low 80s.
86. Yeah, it's like 86. In the end, but yeah, I mean, this one I'm curious. I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah, well, PlayStation users actually get an exclusive this time around, so I assume they're gonna snap at the heels for this one. But a game that is going to be coming out soon, like what we've known about for a while, Mina the Hollower. It's finally gone gold. So Yacht Club Games has confirmed that Mina the Hollower has officially gone gold. The game is complete and has begun the submission process for our first party partners. We'll know the game's release date soon as we can share it, and you'll know it. Thank you for sticking with us. We can't wait for you to play. Is this game a Game Pass game? I think it is, but I'm not too sure. But Mina the Hollower, it looks pretty cool. Aren't these the Shovel Knight devs, if I'm correct?
Yacht Club Games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the Shovel Knight.
Yes, they are Shovel Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is nice to see them finally put out a game. It's been a while. I'll get to it at some point. It feels like I'll get it for Switch.
It's a great one for Switch. That
it's one of those Switch games I'll get. But I will. Well, there's more to say about that when it comes out. We'll probably talk about it again when it finally gets its release date. With all these like certain games at the moment where they're currently having, we'll share the release date soon. Like, I just want to point something out. They keep doing this, okay, but Summer's Game Fest is not until like the 4th or the 11th of June. So something's happening in May, and I don't know what it is. But
listen, there is a lot. There is a lot in May, and the thing is, right? So everyone's competing for the oxygen of discovery, and people are like, "Okay, we need to announce our games now." In May, there's fucking shitloads on, and there is shitloads on.
Yeah, but it's just like where are they going to find it? You know what I mean? Like, where are they going to find the time to announce this? I mean, they could announce it by themselves, but a lot of these teams want the publicity with that. Well, probably not, because
there's a lot of new showcases popping up.
I suppose that is true.
Insider Gaming are doing one, which, by the way, everyone should check out.
Yeah,
I think it's 28th of May, maybe. I think it is.
It is. Yeah.
There's others that there's just other game showcases. You know what? And I can tell you why this is, and because the data shows that the best way to get wish lists and engagement for a game is from game showcases like this or events like Gamescom.
Yeah.
Not necessarily opening up live, but having demos. So that's why things like Steam Next Fest, that's why Xbox are doing all these like showcases. That's why Nintendo do directs. That's why there's State of Plays.
Exactly, but like that's
why
what I'm.
There's Triple I Initiative.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I feel like there is a State of Play coming next month. I feel like there is a.
I think you're right. I you know what would be really nice is for PlayStation to have an awesome State of Play with first party and some partner games. Nintendo to have a show like
E3, like E3 days. Yeah.
It'd be nice to have an actual kind of E3 like thing where all the big 3 platforms have one, and hell, even have Steam do a Next Fest all in the same fucking week. Imagine that.
It would be great, but like unfortunately, I just don't think we will. I wish we did. But for instance, let's talk about the next game, which was announced at an event which was happening over the last few days, the Final Fantasy Fan Fest in 2026. Yeah. They have announced the latest expansion for Final Fantasy XIV, Evercold expansion, announced coming in January 2027. This is the other game I forgot that I got to say that I downloaded. I downloaded this MMO, Final Fantasy XIV. I downloaded a demo trial. You can get up to like level 50 or level 70. And they've announced that pretty much a lot of the expansions are free during the trial. So I was like, okay, let's give this a go. I want to give it a go. I've always been curious in it, but since I have a free trial, I'll get to it at some point. But I have it installed ready to play at some point. But as a Final Fantasy fan, we're going to, I think, don't quote me correctly, but we're getting the Final Fantasy VII Part 3 announcement this year for revealed to be released next year. And I'm very much looking forward to that. And that's coming out, that announcement. We still don't know what the name of it's going to be. Obviously, the first one is called Remake. The second one is called Rebirth. The next one is either going to be called Reunion or, something. It is beginning with an R anyway. But I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any...
I'm not a Final Fantasy guy, to be fair. But it's every time Final Fantasy gets released, it's good for the gaming industry. It's one of those iconic franchises, and yeah, I want to see it. I want to see what's next. So yeah.
Well, that's good. And speaking of something that it also was announced, this is my bread and butter, may I add. One of the favorite parts that I want to talk about. Black Flag Resynced looks amazing. It's coming.
It does look really good, yeah.
Yeah, it is coming to the PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC as of July 9th, rebuilt from the ground up using the latest Anvil engine, high-res textures, advanced lighting, much more detailed environments, new dynamic weather systems, more expansive underwater exploration, reworked combat system, action-oriented experiences, dual swords, pistols, hidden blade, etc. All play specific roles with a faster, much fluid attack, improved parkour, free jump, back and side ejects, crouch, and new quests with Blackbeard and Steep revamped. Tailing and eavesdrop missions no longer insta-fail, or quote-unquote desynchronize. If you're spotted on the Jackdaw, equipped as more firepower, new alternate fire modes for every weapon, 3 new officers join the crew, unique quests. You can either have a cat or a monkey now, and all new shanties as well as the old ones. And something that I didn't put in the news here, but I'm going to also announce it as well, is that Woodkid, who has worked with Ubisoft previously on such things as the iconic Assassin's Creed Revelations trailer, where we see Ezio Auditore del Firenze go back and he sees Altair, and like that song that plays there, I think it's Iron is the name of the song, one of the most iconic gaming trailers in my opinion. And he's also recently well known for the music in Death Stranding 1 and Death Stranding 2 with Hideo Kojima. So massive up for this game. I managed to get a pre-order of the collector's edition, so I will be getting the collector's edition day one. Nice. That it's all sold out now. It's impossible to get one. And I said previously that Saros was sitting number 2 on PlayStation's storefront. The number 1 game on PlayStation is Black Flag. That game is sitting number 1.
Mm-hmm. So unsurprising, because it was. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's one of the most, or at least the best-selling Assassin's Creed game.
It's not the best-selling Assassin's Creed game, but it is the most highest reviewed one. This is the one that when you think of Assassin's Creed, this is the one people are like, oh, I love Black Flag, and like they also announced a lot of new merch. So there's merch like for it. The merch is insanely expensive, so you can fuck off with that. And I looked at some of the merch. Like the merch looks cool, but fucking hell, that's way too expensive. Like 60, you're asking too much when you're wanting like 50 quid for a t-shirt. So
50 quid for a t-shirt. What is it made out of? Unicorn's pubes?
It might as well be, but like it's insane how expensive it is. But yeah, no, game is seeing a resurgence. People are re-downloading and the original in preparation. A lot of people are excited. This game, I have platinumed Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think I did it last year, and it was absolutely agonizing because of the multiplayer. And I did it last year. I want to reiterate, there is very few people that play this game's multiplayer, and you have to hit the max level in that game in order to get the platinum. And that was that was the last trophy I had to get, but I got it. And I will say this, I said it a few days ago because it was something that I knew. I know a lot of Assassin's Creed information. from people that I know in the industry, and I have stated that the next remake is Assassin's Creed 1. That is the next one.
So.
That is
would
the
be
one.
sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
So that is the next game to get a remake, but like obviously Assassin's Creed 1, there's like the problem is that it is very repetitive, like really, really repetitive. Like you had the eavesdropping.
Imagine what they can make that game look like.
Yeah, but like one of the most important things is the gameplay factor. So like back then you used to get the synchronize from everything. So there will be a good amount of changes coming to the game, but hopefully they're welcome changes, you know? But the game is like number one in, or like all across Europe, PlayStation Europe, it's number one in a lot of PlayStation stores. So this is massive for the game. I'm excited as an Assassin's Creed fan. Bear in mind, it's not my favorite Assassin's Creed, but seeing it made me excited again, you know?
Assassin's Creed 1 was my favorite Assassin's Creed. I thought the story was the best.
Yeah, it's cool. I'd love to see it go back. And like, see, it's kind of different now because back in Assassin's Creed 1, you had the whole Desmond story outside of it and things like that. They're removed, like in Black Flag, it's literally just Edward's story, so they're removing any of the first person elements. They have added new quests, a new storyline, a new like parts to it. So it is interesting to see because back then, like in that game, there was a few ESO characters which are like the mythical being gods in Assassin's Creed, which no one really likes for some reason, even though it's like peak. And the other part is the sages, which are pretty much only came up in that game. Were the sages in that game? Like they weren't really introduced anything else outside of the other games, which was weird. But it's curious to see what way they go about it, and I'm excited for that. And do you know what else I'm excited for, Joe? Tomorrow at 6 p.m. our time.
Why are you excited for tomorrow, 6 p.m. our time?
We get a 45-minute stream about Dawnwalker. So we will get a 45-minute stream packed with content about the open world gameplay, story trailer, system requirements, the dev insight to the game's open world and storytelling, the music in the game, and the most important thing of them all, the release date. This is like top 2-3 games of the year for me. I am very, very excited and very, very highly anticipating this game. I love that this game is previous devs of CD Projekt Red, and this game has a lot of Witcher 3 vibes to it. And obviously it's a shorter game. They said it can be done like 20 to 30 hours, and like the game has multiple different replayability things. We know that there's a certain cycle that things need to get done by, and I'm excited. And I know that you're a bit like myself with this game, longing for it. So tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited for it, man. I think the atmospheric stuff. So I saw this in the press sort of briefing at Gamescom last year, and I remember thinking, "Fuck me, this game looks good." It's like first start, I love sort of like the dark vampire stuff. I think it's really fucking cool. It seems really gritty. The writing looks incredible. The gameplay look. From what I saw, basically, the gameplay looks I am a little bit confused about the game, but you know, I don't foresee that being an issue as such. But it does look really, really cool, and the fact the replayability element is massive for me because I'm a fan of like choice and consequence, and this game has apparently got loads of that. So. I can't wait, man. Like, I can't wait for that release date. Do you think it's going to be this year?
Yes. You want me to give you
sorry. No. Sorry. I know it's going to be this. I know when it's like. I know it is, but when do you think it's going to be this year?
You want me to go off the rip? Okay.
Yeah.
August 21st.
You think it's going to be August 21st?
That's when I think the game releases.
Okay.
Because
I literally have no idea. I have no idea, and I just can't. This year is so stacked. I can't pick a time where I'm like, that feels like an obvious slot. August is generally obviously more free, but
I don't see it becoming any later than that.
Yeah, going any later than that, like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean August, but it's also one of those times where it's like, is that a good time? Oh, I don't know.
I think it is. Like,
let's see.
Any later it can't be, because Wolverine's September, and then like October.
Hang on a moment. Do you think it will be August 26th? Shadow drop at Gamescom. Oh, not shadow drop, but just drop just after Gamescom.
No, I doubt that. I mean, it would be insane. Absolutely. I would think it'd be insane. I just.
Because you could just imagine they'd have loads of people going, seeing it, like playing a demo maybe at Gamescom and stuff, and then it's like, yep, releases, and then being like, by the way, yeah, it's releasing today, or like to the people playing the demo, or like, oh yeah, it releases in like 5 days.
I mean, I feel like the game will release on like the 21st, the 28th. I said the 21st, did I?
You did say the 21st, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I can see the 28th.
Yeah, I can see like it being like either delayed like a week, or it shown that and then it gets bumped up. Like I could see like the 4th or the 11th of September, and then like it could get pushed up to Gamescom week where they release it.
Yeah, yeah, maybe we'll see. I don't think they will necessarily release it at Gamescom, but I think it'll be one of those ones where it's like, yeah, releases like a few days after Gamescom, and they've got a big demo there, stuff like that. Yeah, it'd just be a good like final marketing beat for it, especially because they're Poland, so it's like it's really not that far away from Cologne. Well, I mean,
it's closer.
It's closer, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's something I'm looking forward to. And let's talk about a little bit of a rumor mill now. With that, moving on, there's a rumor here that from the Potter world over on Twitter, they say that Hogwarts Legacy's story to be coordinated with the Harry Potter HBO series. Quidditch, alongside other multiplayer aspects of the game, are supposed to be featured. I don't know how I feel about that. The game has a window to be announced between Summer Games Fest this year and the Game Awards, which can possibly happen. Like the first Harry Potter, or it's not Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Legacy game was announced during the PlayStation 2020 PlayStation Showcase.
Yeah.
And I love that game. I thought it was phenomenal. I platinumed it. I absolutely love it. But this game is expected to launch in 2027, after the HBO series' Christmas premiere. So I feel like if it does get announced this year, like, I mean, people have to take with a grain of salt. HBO or the Warner Brothers games are drastically terrible right now. They haven't had a win in quite some time.
But they're still going through this merger thing as well. So
exactly.
Yes. I've been speaking about Warner Brothers recently with my business partner, and they are going through the ringer at the moment in terms of there is a lot going on inside that organization, and I will be very surprised if they are so this project could if it's going to release in May 2027, it's been in the works for quite some time now. And I could put it this way: I can't see if it hasn't been in the works for that long and it's just going to get announced. Then it's difficult to see that being released in time for the Potter for the HBO series. However, it is a very popular thing to do nowadays. The tie-in. Is the releasing TV shows with games. Like, it's loads of people I'm talking to are doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I just don't know how I feel about a multiplayer aspect to the game, if I'm being completely honest with you. That's the one downside. Obviously, the first game had you were able to go on your you're able to fly around on your broomstick, but they say that there's Quidditch in this game, and I don't know if you played the Warner Brothers game, like the Quidditch game.
Yeah, no, I haven't actually.
Yeah, no, that wasn't that great, if I'm being completely honest with you. So,
honestly, do you know what they need to do? Because this is kind of what Hogwarts Legacy is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen this, but the Harry Potter games on the PS1 and PS2, right? They literally just need to make those, but on Hogwarts Legacy's scale, and obviously open world.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know how they make it multiplayer? Is just have drop in like co-op where you can either play as Ron or Hermione for most of it.
Yeah, no,
that's the way. That's the way to do it. That's the only way I can see multiplayer. I agree. That I think multiplayer for this game would be a disaster because you know what they'll want. They'll want online multiplayer,
microtransactions out the wazoo. But
having said that, I think it would be cool to have like a Wizards dueling thing on.
Oh yeah, like that type of thing would be cool. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you what I want from the game, and it's I'm not asking for much, okay? Because I spoke with someone yesterday about this and what I want to see and what I don't think will happen, what should happen. So first of all, I want the points representation of the houses in each. So I want a morality system that is also affected by the point system of that. So, like for instance, I said say you choose the Slytherin house, and one of your perks for the Slytherin house is if there is factions within the game, and if you become a Death Eater, it's an easier path if you go through Slytherin. But say for instance you are someone on Gryffindor, but you want to be a part of the Death Eater thing, so they give you the quest or something where you must kill someone or do something very terrible, okay? You will lose, obviously, you will get the morality of losing a lot of points, like losing a lot of points for your house, say you lose 300 points for Gryffindor, but you also, in return, you also now are a part of the faction of the Death Eaters. That's just like choice and consequences thing, like type of way. Just something along those lines. Like it's kind of, I can't really describe how much in depth I want it. Like I want the choice and consequence thing with factions for each school, basically. Like say for instance you're like on the Gryffindor Quidditch team, and if you're in Hufflepuff or Slytherin, for instance, just use those two games, like Gryffindor, Slytherin. You have to, like, say in the first Harry Potter movie, you have to go and put a spell on the bludger or something like that, you know, or something bad in order for these things to happen, and then, you know, like there's so much I want for it to do. I really, moral of the story is I want a morality system. I want a proper choice and consequence system that is tied to the points for the house that you're a part of. That's what I really want.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying. Yeah. So you want basically a system that rates you based on the ethos of that house.
Yeah, like so say you,
for example, so Slytherin, so daring, nerve, and chivalry. Say you go and do something like really like brave or manage to hold your nerve like in tight situations and get out of it, like that. That will give you Gryffindor points, right? But if you're in that house and you'll get rated based on how you play that. Whereas if you do do ambitious things, go off and like level up to the maximum with things and be super like ambitious and whatnot, those are Slytherin points. Like,
well, it's not that it's like the Slytherin points, but it will like make you more of a bad person where the other houses. So, like, say you do bad things where you start getting more attached to members of the Slytherin house because you're doing things that they would do and not actual. Because you know the way like Slytherin people are like shown as the bad, like as in you don't want to be a part of that because they are bad people. They have bad intentions because of who was the owner or like the main person. You know
they're
what
just
I mean?
more inclined to become evil wizards because of the nature of those types of traits are more common in people who do bad things. Like, but it's not like I know. The thing is, I do think it would be really interesting to have some kind of like house related thing there. I'm not certain. I don't see how it works. How it would work in a Harry Potter game unless you played as someone completely different.
Yeah, like as in your own character.
If it was your own character, then yeah, that works perfectly. But if I thought it was going to be a Harry Potter game.
No, it'd be like a Hogwarts. It's Hogwarts Legacy 2.
Okay, so it's going to be Hogwarts Legacy 2. In that case, yeah, it works perfectly, and your idea works well. And do you mean like, so it's more similar to like the Fable?
Kinda, yeah, kind of. Because like, say, for
that
like,
works well.
Like, so say for instance, like if you're more of a neutral person throughout your playthrough, like you'll get more quests from like Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff or things like that, you know. But like if you start going on the bad route, you get more quests towards Slytherin people, and then like say you become so bad that like you are kicked out of that house and moved to a different one, and like you have to like, you know, and you only like have just like in the first game have certain quests locked behind certain houses. You know,
I think that's cool. Yeah, encourages replayability.
Yeah, like I mean, they're like the first game has replayability because like the first like 2 hours are all completely different because each house has a different quest.
Yeah. No, what I mean is it just adds more replayability than.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it would be cool like to have unique quests for depending on how you play the game, as the game goes on and stuff like that. I know that it would be very interesting to see how they implement. Do you know what else would be cool? Is the Nemesis system that Warner Brothers have?
Yes.
Or like the
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, from the Shadow of War series, Shadow of Mordor. I think it would be cool to have something like that within the game as well, for people you fight against. And obviously, because those people can be different depending on what house you're in, right? Maybe.
Yeah. But like that's what I mean. Like each house has different things.
It would be cool though if the houses were kind of like factions though, and then so you could have like, so let's say you're in Gryffindor, you could have your quests that or like quests, or like you have like a line of things that happen where you have to engage with either positively or negatively with the Hufflepuffs.
Yeah.
And then obviously the same with the Gryffindors and the Slytherin. Depending on those different scenarios, you can get the people within those factions can dislike you or not like you, and then you'll have people who, and if there was some kind of like unique AI whereby they found you when you were doing bits of that to really like just throw you a fucking curveball.
Exactly, like that's what I mean. Like these type of things, and like the choice and consequence thing is basically gaining points and losing points for your house.
Yeah,
you know, but that's just all speculation station, and that is something that could.
That was fun. I love doing that though.
But I like it's just something that I want to see because like the first game was nearly perfect. There was so many little things like like the small little things made it like it could have been more, like but that's just something that. But do you know what I want to see more of, and I will see more of, because we got some spicy leaked information that wasn't supposed to come out about some Star Wars The Galactic Racer. It has its release date leaked as of October 6th, 2026. According to a new graphic showcasing the pre-order bonuses, for those who pre-ordered the title will receive a bonus livery for their Repulso craft and an exclusive player banner that can be used in the multiplayer modes. So, Star Wars Galactic Racer, October 6th. I will be there. And if you get the
I will be there as well. I think it'll be fun.
And if the physical copies will get a nice steel bookcase, which hasn't been released yet, and I'm patiently waiting to see.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And that's not the only bit of news, because we are only under 2 weeks removed from May 4th.
Star Wars Day.
Star Wars Day, and
we have some Star Wars themed news, don't we?
We do. Speaking of that, our podcast for May 4th is going to be mainly Star Wars bracketed TV shows and movies. Is that what we're going to do?
We're going to bracket the Star Wars content, TV shows, and movies. And we're going to bracket. So, okay, the way we're going to structure it is we're going to start off with George Lucas Star Wars versus George Lucas, so it's fair. And then Disney Star Wars versus Disney Star Wars. And then once we've sifted through some of the shit, so to speak, we're gonna do a face off through all of it to get the best Star Wars content. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious to most people, and I'm sure most people agree. But I know that you love Star Wars, and we both know each other loves it. That like we've never really had in-depth discussion and debate on what's really good from Star Wars and stuff, and I'm looking forward to doing this. And it'd be nice. Like, plus, if we don't do something for May the 4th, the dark side wins.
Either way, but then if something happens, then Revenge of the 5th happens, and then
Well, so have you heard that? So this is why the trilogy came. The original trilogy came out, and then you got the prequels, because obviously you watched the original trilogy on May the 4th be with you, and then Revenge of the 5th went for the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that, you've
don't know what to say.
I'm gonna come for you with my lightsaber
and slit your ankles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing I want to say that might be cheeky and might happen is, I believe that we will get a Jedi news, the Respawn game. We will get news on the. I'm pretty sure it was rumored, so it'll be nice to see.
We spoke about it, I think, in a recent episode.
Yeah, I think it was episode 21.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with you. I think it. Yeah.
Yeah, and there is something else as well. We might also do a small spoiler cast / review of the Mall season. That like the final episode airs on May the 4th, so we might watch those episodes first and then chat about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's something to look forward to. And in the meantime, make sure to follow myself, Davey Play Games, over on Twitter /X. Make sure to give us a like and a rating over on Spotify, the Gamer Chat podcast. With myself and Joe, we do our weekly content. We love it. We both come from gaming backgrounds. We both met on a previous. We both previously worked with a certain team, and we kind of branched out from there. And we literally talk almost every day, or if not every second day, about something gaming related, or if it's not that, it's football related. And I don't want to talk about football today because my team lost and I'm in a bad mood because fuck Chelsea. And
yeah.
But yeah, no,
plastic club, plastic fans.
Yeah, like cheating bastards. That's all I'll say. And but yeah, we will be back again next week for probably some hefty news as well. We're gonna have possibly some Witcher news next week, along with the Blood of the Dawnwalker news as well, because I believe we are expected to see that DLC for The Witcher 3 come out. And yeah, Joe, if people want to find you, where can they find you, buddy?
Find me everywhere, here, there, everywhere. But no, seriously, I'm a Mopish Lawyer on socials and platforms. You can also catch me at 3 Gaming Pillars, which is my game distribution and maybe something else soon, a company. As well as here on this fine podcast, the Gamer Chat podcast, which I actually think I said that at the start, but never mind. No, yeah, look forward to doing another show with you, man, and thank you for having me on again.
Man, as always, I love it. And for anyone watching, just let us know what you're excited about. If there's anything, what would you like to see in a Hogwarts Legacy game? Are you excited for Mina the Hollower? Like, if you're gonna buy Saros, or what is your take on the whole Xbox situation? Like, should they make it more easier? Should exclusives exist over on Xbox anymore?
How do you think they will be handled?
Exactly. And are you someone that is tempted to move back to the Xbox ecosystem? But we're very excited to talk about it all. But this has been the Gamer Chat podcast, and we shall talk to you in the next episode.